Welcome everyone to the quiz that's louder than your drunk uncle at a Springboks game. I'm your host, Philip Bass.
And I'm Leon Nivot. Today we've got two rock aficionados ready to test their knowledge of South Africa's legendary music scene.
Let's meet them. All right. Marco Gomes and Gavin Edwards from Prime Circle. I want to say thank you guys for taking the time out to spend some time with us and taking the challenge of the South African rock quiz with us. I'm grateful to have you guys here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So I've taken a peek at your touring schedule. I mean, just the ones that you guys posted so far, and there might be a couple that I've missed, but it almost seems like it's more than 30, maybe 39 gigs that you guys are doing between May and October or September, I think.
Yeah, look, we always on the road, especially when you release new product. You try and get as much out and get the product out.
Yeah.
So we released the product. The album came out in November, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And we've been on the road ever since, and it'll carry on until sort of the end of the year. So in January, we always joke with our family and friends. We say if they want to get married or if they want to pass away, it's got to be in January.
or you got to hire us to play.
Yeah.
The wedding. Then we'll be there.
Yeah.
So Prime Circle essentially is a touring band. You guys tour most out of the year except for Jan. Obviously, we've made that clear, and that's great because that's how you generate the most income as a musician these days is playing live and selling merch.
Yeah,
100%.
Things have changed obviously from what it was, but today a lot of stuff is digital based. Digital platforms, and that's how a lot of artists gain recognition before they get on the road. And it's just changed. From when we started out, we had to just do the heavy work, and get on the road and promote yourself and get out there and get to people's back doors. And I think that the mentality hasn't changed for us. Although we know that the social platforms does sort of, bring you closer to those people, but we just got that old school way of thinking and doing things, and that's getting in a tour bus and going on the road.
It comes from that, like we were speaking earlier, Phil and Leon, we were talking about Roxy's and Catch Pajamas and all that in Melville, and it comes from that era, I think like 2000, 2001, where the bands just used to play, just used to tour and play and all that, and I think that's all we know is just to be playing. So it's so awkward when we're not. But when we're playing, then it's so easy to be gauging the fans and the songs and how they're doing and keep us motivated and pumped and all that. And it's just how we fell in love with was being touring bands.
Yeah, Gavin, having said that back in those times, that's when rock was really like at the forefront of the music scene. And it was because bands were playing live, and kids like me and Phil growing up in that area or being a young person in that area and time could see bands and really start our obsession with rock music. That's why we're here today. Interviewing agents like yourselves, and with you guys being a touring band playing live, I'm sure you've done that to a lot of people, making discover rock music or love with a band, and even just a German kid now suddenly like falling in love with the South African band, maybe coming over here and like introducing to other bands from here or just in the genre itself.
Hey, listen, rock is coming back very hard, huh?
True story.
You're making me happy when you say that. I mean, it's testing times, especially in South Africa. I know in Europe, it's still going.
It's still all the big bands are coming back. But even if you take a look at Robbie Williams, for instance, his latest single, go take a look at that. And he's got a British rock outfit on. It's a bit of a Brit rock thing with a guitarist in it from, who is it? One of the, I think, Black Sabbath or someone. I don't know. But a very rocky song. So you must know when these pop guys are leaning into doing rock into their production, they know rock is coming hard.
Rock, and I think country sort of opening a lot of doors as well.
Opening big time, yeah.
Which is great because in the end of the day,
it's great for live bands.
Music, it's live bands with this country.
Yeah.
Those doors are opening in a bigger way,
Yeah. Now, AC/DC wrote Highway to Hell because a lot of people, I remember in the 80s, or probably, when did they write it? Yeah, it was probably late 80s, beginning 90s.
Yeah.
A lot of people said, it's devil music, but they actually wrote it about traveling and touring. And my question basically is, there's pros and cons to touring. Now, when you guys do long tours, you can't wait to get home. And then when you get home, after a short while, you can't wait to get back on the road again. So how do you balance the two in your own lives?
We once did an equation, and I could be wrong with exact numbers, but it was the amount of times you spend backstage, the amount of hours you spend backstage, and how it equated to actually years. It actually equated to years.
Wow.
Now a span of 25 years on touring, a good number of those years was just sitting backstage waiting,
Waiting.
See, the crazy thing is, I say this to a lot of people. The history that we've been in this music industry, it's been like this consistently, where 99% of your time is not on stage. Your smallest part is on stage. The rest of it is traveling, it's backstage, it's in a rehearsal room, it's in studio, and so on. But especially on tour, all of it, the moments where you're actually on stage are so quick. On the road, though, you obviously miss family. The German trip that we just did, that was incredible. But you're in a bus. There's no hotel rooms, so that got rough. But the shows are incredible. So you have this love-hate relationship. You get tired, but you get on the stage and you're ready. Then when you get home, you miss it so much. You see your kids. So I don't know. I think the older we've gotten now, the more we start realizing that every aspect of it is to be not taken for granted and appreciated, especially the touring stuff. I just love it. I love sound check. I love touring. I love being tired. I love the hotels. They're living in a bag, getting home, missing the kids, and then the stage is just next level, especially with Prime,
I love saying how positive you still are about this whole experience, because it just hearing you say all that, it just the years and years of all that, it just sounds daunting, missing the family, all the work, all the traveling. But you guys seem you're still really into what you're doing, which is, I love
it. I love it. This industry beats you up. This industry can beat you up, This job can beat you up. It's not the industry small; it's the job. It's a tough one. It all looks very glamorous and everything, but it's a very tough one. But man, you learn quickly. You learn quickly that you can lose it very quickly. It can go up, it can go down. You can be famous one day, not the next day, so on. So every step that we take now, and I'm sure Mark will say the same. Man, we enjoy everything now, from the sound checks to setting up the gear to talking about it. It's different. In the beginning, you get to a stage where you just don't want to deal with all those things. I don't know. Marco's smiling there now. I'm loving it all. You know what I mean?
I actually just did the numbers roughly. I mean, I'm
okay.
I'm averaging on 3 hours backstage. Once you've done a sound check and you're waiting to perform.
But that's a low average, huh? We've been back there long.
Very, very low average, and it equates to 1 year and 3 months just sitting backstage.
That's insane.
There's some food for thought,
Is there any nerves still backstage? I've got a list of about all the biggest bands in the world you guys have opened with or played with. Is there ever and there's a lot of time spent backstage, but ever been nervous because of a certain crowd show or something? Does that still hit after 20 plus years, or
for me it's not the crowd sizes. For me it's more got to do with if I know who's watching. Mm-hmm. We've been sort of privileged to perform in front of a lot of people over the years, and I'm fine with that. Obviously there's some nerves to it, and you always, I worry about everything. I worry about the technical side of things, and I worry about all of the other factors that can go wrong. But if I'm on the stage and there could be 30 or 40 or 50,000 people in front of me, and I turn to my side and I see somebody of influence, that's what makes me nervous. That's what gets me oh shit, But no, the crowd itself not for me anymore. It used to in the beginning, but like I said, we're doing a show in Belgium, a big festival in Belgium at one stage, and also a good couple of thousand people in front of us. And I turned to my side, and Mark Tremonti was standing there, and he kept on giving me a thumbs up, hey, great. And I'm like, dude, just go away, don't stand there.
Learn.
So those are the kind of things that get me still nervous today, you know.
Gotcha. Cool, man.
Yeah, Leon was mentioning some of the international bands. So with Metallica live, I think Collective Soul, Seether. Which one was for you the biggest one of all those bands?
Man, I gotta say Queen. Even though it wasn't the original Freddie Mercury lineup, but just something about these anthems that you grew up with. You know, We Are the Champions, and funny enough, the very last song they did was We Are the Champions, and they invited all the artists that performed on the same day to come and join them on stage. So you're sitting on stage and you're just looking left to right, and you're singing the song that you, like I say, you grew up with it, but you're jamming it with the guys that actually wrote the song, you know. That for me was a bit of a wow factor. I got a memory about that one. Thanks, you know.
Yeah, it sounds super amazing. Theo Kraus was telling the story, and I think I mentioned it in our previous episode as well, where Green Day was playing, and at the end of their show, they were smashing the guitars and everything, the drums and everything. But they took the mics with them because they can claim the mics from insurance, which was kind of funny for me. Is there any specific things that you noticed some of these big acts do that was quite funny or interesting to you? Maybe in a professional capacity as well?
No, not at the top of my head. Not at the top. I mean, you always find that the bands are more normal than what the crew are. The crew are the
are the animals.
Funny guys, you know.
They're the rock stars. The crew's the rock stars.
Yeah, sometimes they are, you know, and they're also the divas as well. You know, especially when the higher authority of the crews. They got, you know, they can be big time divas, but no, nothing in particular that jumps out again. There's so many years of so many performances and so many bands, and no, nothing particular. No.
Now you mentioned a while ago, a couple of years ago, that I think the interviewer was asking you which country would you like to go tour in. And you mentioned that Japan comes up. I think your brother-in-law stayed there or stay there, and it was a country you would have liked to go visit. Have you gotten around to go to Japan yet?
No, I think anywhere in Asia, I think would be absolutely awesome. I've been following the whole Guns N' Roses tour now that I think they still matter of fact could be in Asia, or they've just sort of left the Asia neighborhood, and it's just amazing. I think the whole of Asia, I'd love to do it. You know, I think
that'd be cool.
The closest we got to that neck of the woods was India, and we did a month tour in India, but nothing more, you know, that side. But I'd love to.
Yeah,
I was a month long touring in India, because I mean I was in India for like a week, and I got the Delhi belly.
Yeah, we got sick. We got pretty sick. But it was an interesting one, you know. We shot a documentary while we were there, and we literally did every single little town to big city. We did it all, you know. And
wow.
And it's interesting because, you know, the touring circuit, there is no such thing as a touring circuit. There's just a lot of venues that they make shift and they put it together and they make it. There we go. That's where you're playing tonight, you know. But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. The performance side of the thing was amazing, and interacting with the fans and interacting with the people. EMI at the time was our label, and they went all out, getting us there and doing the whole radio and interviews and in-store promos, and they really went all out, because it's not something that they get every single day. You know, rock bands touring through like in the capacity that we did. You know, you get bands that'll go in and do one or two shows and they're out again. It was amazing. It was definitely a different experience. But, you know, I always say I wasn't in a hurry to go back, but probably about 6 months later, we ended up going back for another couple of shows. But it was great. It was a great experience. I definitely one for the books.
Yeah. Gavin, is there a specific country you would like to go visit with the band?
I want to do Asia as well. Asia would be really cool. With the band, I'd love to do America. I really would. I think we'd have a lack of time in America. I think that would be.
I think you have such a great American sound too. It should really just the fans say. I mean,
I think it just would be. I just think it would be lacquer to get on a bus there like we did in Germany, and just because we all grew up that. I know Mark, I know me. We all watched those American Bon Jovi DVDs and everything where they used to, do those trips. And Germany was like that. It's just there's something about the way that it is in America. So I'd dig to do that with the band. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. America is tough to get into. I know a couple of bands tried. Seether is one of the few bands who made it and who's still making it, and they're doing great. And you guys shared the stage with Seether. Do you guys still have contact with them? I mean, it must have been a couple of years, but
it's unfortunate. I think you don't. It's not something that you plan not to stay in contact. I think it's just life. When you look again and you reminiscent of a tour that happened 5 years ago, and you don't really realize what happened within the 5 years. So no, we don't stay in touch. We try to every now, in the beginning we tried to, but like I said, life just gets the better of you, and COVID and all kinds of things.
Yeah. Marco, you mentioned to me once that before the band, I think you were involved in dance festivals and things like that. Do you ever think how would your life have turned out if that was the route you took?
Look, I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't the route. I used to joke around. I had a motto where I used to say, the dance music scene was massive back in the day. It was huge. And I used to say, well, if you can't beat them, make money out of them. And that's what I did, My heart was still all rock and roll, but, I just needed to dream, And so I got to thank a lot of those dancers for that, a lot of the ravers for that, because they funded a lot of Circle's dreams back in the day,
Yeah, the dance music is still very big. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the festivals, there's very
massive.
There's some big rock festivals, but very few of them, and the dance scene all over the world. It's just
for sure.
And then as a DJ, you don't have to share the pay with the whole band. So, but I think it can also become a lonely issue as well.
The setup of carrying around a USB stick is a lot easier.
Very nice.
Much better than a drum set. Gavin, if I may ask, coming back to you. So you joined the band last year, and I mean you came in replacing Ross, and that couldn't have been easy. I mean, Ross himself is a legend. He's well known. He's an amazing vocalist.
He's amazing.
To come in with a band like Prime Circle and take up your position, that must have been some pressure on your side.
It sort of it was a weird type of pressure, because I'm also at a stage in my life now where I pray about everything before I do it. So I did that, and Mark and I had a lot of conversations. It wasn't something that we took lightly. So as soon as we spoke about that, and I sat down with myself and my wife and prayed, then I realized that the only way you do this, and I mean, I've been doing covers for a long time. I've had originals out. I was but a lot of my history's been covered, and the one thing I do know is that if you do something really well, people love it. So I went into this going, okay, first of all, what I got to do is I got to understand that there's 23 years or 24 years at this time of history, love of the songs that connected with a lot of South Africans. So if I'm going to do this, I need to know it so well. So I spent the next 3 months, that January, February, March, we played at the end of March, rehearsing about 6 hours a day. I'm not even joking. I was learning 40 songs. I was singing 6 hours every single day for those 3 months, so that when I got on stage, people were going to go, oh, well, it's naturally coming out of him. But it's actually because I've just been rehearsing so much that everything, all the doubt, the nerves, everything. So that's the only control I had, because I know that when I was going to stand on stage, people were going to come there going, okay, we know one thing. Now show us another thing. Now, I was in The Voice. You come up for 90 seconds, and you have a lot of people that sort of want to judge you in that 90 seconds, right? Sorry, let me just move over here. And basically, this was next level. They had a history with listening to him for so long that when I stood on that stage, I could feel that. And again, all I was thinking of, all I've got to do is show the respect that all the old songs that these five boys have written, show them that respect when I sing them on stage and learn them well and enjoy them. And then moving forward, just to write new ones with the guys. But it was all actually about the respect. I just had to make sure that I honor these songs. These five guys, they wrote amazing songs, all of them, and they built it up for so long. So to carry on going, it's an absolute honor to be able to do it with them.
Yeah, I mean, you carried yourself brilliantly. On the last album, Marco, with The World We Know, the production on that album is mind-blowing. I mean, I was telling Leon, it's so good. How does that compare, the process and everything? And with some of the other albums you guys done, you knew this must be a big album for you guys. You went through a big change. And you guys nailed it, man. Congratulations.
It was quite a catch-22 with this album. We wanted to be pure to what the sound that Prime Circle always had, and the fans fell in love with a certain sound and a certain certain style of music. So we wanted to maintain that, being Prime Circle. At the same time, we also wanted to evolve as Prime Circle. But, I think it would have been easier doing it with the same vocalist. But because it was a new vocalist, we couldn't steer too much away from that, because people would have started saying, well, it's not the same anymore. They've changed too much. And so there was a lot of considerations that we had to consider while doing this album. It wasn't just you putting an album together and there we go. That's just another album. And every album you give it your best. We had a lot of factors involved. So taking all of those factors, and then it was, selecting the right producer. And there was something that was in the back of the producer's mind the whole time. And every time he would send something back, we would go, I love it, but maybe more Prime Circle, maybe too much of this, or maybe too dated, or maybe, constant. You can't look at songs in the same way as you would look at it, like I say, if you're just doing a normal album.
Yeah.
So we had to dissect every single track while doing that. But again, while doing that, then you're saying, okay, I think we're on the right track with this one. But now, how do we take this track to the absolute next level, like you say, with production? So there was a lot of factors with this album. There was a lot of back and forth. In fact, this album has taken Prime Circle has been our longest album. They always say your first album, you got your whole life to write it. But album was actually our longest album that took us. We thought 2 or 3 months and we're done. It ended up taking us close to 11 months to finish the album. But there was a hell of a lot, like I say, back and forth. But I think we managed to get the sound and get the tonality right, and they help people that love Prime Circle's sound that they fell in love with, And I think we've managed to find the perfect balance. At least to us, we have, and we are happy with the product, and we're happy with the album.
Yeah.
Marco, you mentioned that you found the perfect balance here, but you also said that you guys were perhaps striving towards a different or an evolved sound. And then with Gavin joining the band, you maybe pulled back on that, if I understand correctly. With the next album, you think that sound will evolve more towards what you guys were envisioning, heading towards prior to the last album?
I think so. And at the same time, you can't. I think even if Gavin's in the band for 5 years, we still got to continue having that in the back of our minds, that you don't want to be that band that they're not the same as they were back in the day. They're not the same. But at the same time, you also want to open doors to newer fans, and to keep evolving and keep moving forward and just keep on growing. It's all about growth. So again, to answer your question, it's we definitely want to grow, but we got to be careful in what direction we're growing in.
Yeah.
To keep it there, to keep prime circles.
Yeah.
I must say, when I listened to it the first time, everything you say, it made sense to me. It really felt like this is an album that you guys really spent time thinking about how you guys want to approach things, and it's a brilliant album, and it's definitely one of your best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The most stressful album, but thank you so much.
I can imagine. Yeah, definitely.
And there were so many moments that were so effortless, but it was really just having to make different decisions because of the position we were in, and then you got to have the second guessing in the back of your mind going, yeah. But in the end, I think how it was and how the songs were evolving was how it was always going to be, and we knew that. It was just a process. We would analyze everything, because it wasn't Prime Circle's 8th album. It was their 8th album with everything sort of different, but we had to keep it the same but fresh. So it was quite a process. I think by the end of it, we were exhausted.
We were advanced at one point. We were working from 3 different continents. We had the producer based in Germany, and the mixing and mastering was based in the States, and we based in South Africa. And setting up these time zones for these, because we used to do live sessions, and pretty much the time now. Pretty much around about this time, we'd be doing live sessions, with everybody in the same, room, if you want to call it, but not, And so that was quite interesting. And you got to work like that, and you got to change things and work. And it was definitely an interesting album for sure.
Definitely.
I really, really like it. And I don't know if, I was telling Leon as well this afternoon, I don't know if the Samas is worth something anymore, but if you guys don't get nominated this year, then I will probably lose my belief that the Samas is still going, man. Like,
thank you for that.
Is definitely top notch.
Thank you, Phil. I appreciate that. And the Samas, I've never understood the Samas, to be honest with you. I think it's a phenomenal thing that we have. We have the Samas in South Africa, but I never quite understood it. So to me, it always, there's been over the years, there's such great artists that's come out of the woodworks and just haven't been recognized for their work, and that's always just never made sense for me. And other artists that do get recognized, I always question it. I'm like, but why? What about X, Y, Z? I think it's a brilliant album, brilliant songs. I mean, I'm listening to a song, and I probably was listening to it for about 2 months, really enjoying the song. And to find out that it's actually South African based, the guy from Cape Town, and I'm like, where are you joking? So I just don't think that the Samas see these things enough like they should, or the labels or wherever it is.
Well, Marco, maybe there's a gap in the market for something like that, like an award type of something, your next project stuff.
Yeah, I think we gotta give credit where credit's due, and sometimes it's just not happening, and those artists just fall on the wayside and disappear, and it's sad because we've got some really good artists, talented artists in this country.
Yeah.
Well, I think this podcast also helps to shed some light.
So what you're saying is that with Marco's last half an hour that he's got left of the day, he must start the Gomes Awards.
Yes,
is that what you're saying? Okay.
Gomes.
So you say, I want a Gomez.
I want to go.
Oh, wow.
Gomes
Yeah. It's gonna reach it. Yeah, that's
100%. Take Marco smiling. I'll take 5%, Marco. Don't worry. But I love you.
I hope people listen to my opinions on awards.
Well, it's definitely going to be better than what it is right now. Not to take anything away from the bands. Yeah, not to take anything away from the bands who got nominated. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, great. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, we can carry on talking for a very long time, but I want to get to the quiz thing. I don't want to keep you guys too long. So, are you guys ready? Can we get into the quiz?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna do my countdown, and then we're gonna get into it. Okay.
Phil, do we win something?
Win a summer.
A Gomes.
A Gomez.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
So you guys are locked and loaded. This is how it works. Okay. Each of you will face 8 questions about South African rock bands, songs, history, the works.
Wow.
Correct answers will score you 20 points. If you require a hint, it will cost you 10 points. You'll only get 10 points for that question.
Okay.
If by chance you get it wrong, the question will go to your opponent, but a correct answer only bags them 5 points.
Okay.
However, they will be asked another question after that. So if you steal the question, you'll still get your question after that. But a wrong answer will get you nothing but our sympathy.
All this for Gomes award.
At the end, we'll tally it up and crown our rock royalty for this episode.
Okay. Oh, Marco, it's on.
I'm on. As a bonus, guys, we'll both go into our national leaderboard. Possibly the rock quiz champion.
Okay. I like it.
You have 30 seconds to answer your question. That's 30 seconds in Africa time. And we will alternate the questions between you guys.
Okay.
So you guys ready to rock, paper, scissors? This never goes off. Please, I'm very confident about this. All right, guys, please put your fists out. We'll go on this classic Ching, Chong, Cha. Ready? And Ching, Chong, Cha.
Marco at paper.
Covers rock. Marco wins. All right, Marco, you're going up first, followed by Gavin. Take it away, Phil.
Okay, first question. Marco, are you ready? Which South African rock magazine launched in 1990 or 1990s covered the local scene extensively? I have a hint for you, but it's going to cost you some points.
Don't give me a hint.
Give me a hint.
Catered for students initially.
No, I actually know this. I actually knew them. The owner of this magazine at one point.
I think I might know.
You can steal for 5 points, but just
Boss. I can't remember. Boss.
You want to steal?
Okay, Gavin.
It was just for students, though.
Not just for students, but it's
Catered towards them initially.
Oh man, because I got two things popping up in my head, which are Quran and SQ.
Wasn't one of those. I
Wasn't one of those.
From the tip of my tongue. I can't.
What was it?
the SL magazine.
SL. You see, I had SQ. SL. I know this because I was on the cover of that magazine. SL. Damn it.
So the SL magazine.
Long blonde hair.
Yeah. Oh, wow. SL Magazine, short for Student Life, was a groundbreaking South African youth publication that emerged in the transformative period following the end of apartheid. Launched in 1994, the magazine quickly became a cultural touchstone for South African post-apartheid youth, offering a vibrant mix of music, fashion, lifestyle, and social commentary.
I believe I'm really upset I got that wrong.
You're not starting off well.
It's a warm-up one.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, Gavin, are you ready? What annual rock award show began recognizing South African talent in the 1990s?
In South Africa.
In South Africa. All the questions are South African based.
MK. Or Korean. MK. Clap it. You guys are on this, Marco. You know this. I never got on the TV shows.
Okay.
It wasn't
Final
MTV.
Answer?
Korean.
Final answer, MTV? Korean. Marco, I'm going to give you a chance and you can steal it from him.
It was the MK Awards.
It was not.
It was not.
We were talking about it. It's the South African Music Awards. So the first summer was held in 1995 and was created to celebrate and promote South African music talent and to honor artists for their creative and technical achievements.
That was the answer, Summers. Really? Wow.
That was the summer.
I don't think I listened to the question properly, yeah?
Okay. Tough start. Let's see if Leon's questions can get you going.
Definitely not going to make these these awards that these finals that you guys talking about.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Listen, we've scaled down the questions. These ones were a little bit tricky, but yeah, I felt so sorry for the first guys, which was Jay Bones and Paul Goya, and yeah, we were ripping the questions from 1970s rock, bro. It was like a brutal slaughter.
So obscure. We were just like, oh, it's gonna be so cool, but no, nobody had fun on that one. Oh, we had a lot of fun.
Not fun.
Nah, they were fine. Okay, Leon, you're up.
All right, Marco. First question from me. True or false? Easy already. Legendary rock band Rabbit, active since 1970, wrote all three of the following hits: Lifeline, Charlie, A Croak, and A Grunt in the Night.
Oh.
False? Oh. Final answer?
Final answer. Incorrect.
It is true. All three songs written by Rabbit. I know it sounds like a trick question, but it's not. I'm a dick.
Was Charlie written by Rabbit?
Charlie, Lifeline, and A Croak in the Night, or Grunt in the Night, all written by Rabbit. Yeah. Charlie, Rabbit song.
I know exactly. I thought Charlie was written by well, they're not them anyway.
Well, that's definitely Rabbit. And yeah, we had Wonderboom on the other day and talked about that album Rewind where they did that wonderful Charlie cover.
Yes.
Song. Yeah. Fun fact, Rabbit was led by Trevor Rabin, who later achieved international success as the solo artist and a member of the progressive rock band Yes.
Correct.
There we go. Cool. All right.
Interesting.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Mr. Gavin.
Yeah. Let's try to get one right.
Let's try. Which 2000s band released the theme song from the Crazy Monkey movie, Straight Outta Benoni, that reached number 2 on the 5FM Top 40? Got a hint for you. I'll repeat the question. It's a 2000s band that released the theme song from the Crazy Monkey movie, Straight Outta Benoni, reached number 2 on the 5FM Top 40. What's the name of the band? Multiple choice, actually. It's getting easier. A, Parlotones. B, Finkelsteins. Or C, Taxi Violence.
What year was it?
It was in the 2000s. I can tell you what song it was, but it's going to cost you 10 points.
Okay. What song was it?
The song was called Good Life. Good life, good life, good life.
The band's against, so it's Finkelsteins.
It's Finkelsteins, correct. 10 points.
Nice.
I've got a
Well
fun
done,
fact.
Mark.
In 2005, Finkelsteins embarked on four very well received national tours: Power Zone Tour, Rocktober Tour, the Go Summer Tour, and my favorite, the National Pork Products Awareness Tour, sponsored by Uncle Jeffrey's House of Pork.
Well done.
Nice.
Gavin. Okay,
Thank you.
Marco, you up.
Let's go.
Talking about the Samas quite a lot tonight, knowing that you guys been all over the Samas many times over and over, but which South African band won 6 consecutive years in the best music video category?
I'll get a.
Okay, I can give you a hint, but it's going to cost you 10 points.
Was it not? Before you give me a hint, why do I think it was?
I lost you guys there.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the question, just so Gavin can catch up. Which South African band won 6 consecutive years in the SAMA's Best Music Video category? And I think the first one, was in 2009. And then for 6 years in a row, they won the Best Music Video category.
Give me some clues, I think. I've got 2 bands in mind and I don't want to...
Okay. They also won the Best Rock Album category with their 2006 album, Radio Controlled Robots.
No, I understood Zebra and Giraffe, but okay, apologize.
Which was the other band that you thought of?
I said Zebra and Giraffe.
Well, for 6 years in a row to get every year the award for best videos. That's
insane.
We'll give it to them. We'll give it to them. I have the whole list here, but I'm gonna carry on to you, Gavin. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
This is a bit obscure one, so maybe it's going to be a guess one for you. The band Grassy Sparks was first a heavy metal gospel band. True or false? Grassy Sparks.
I'm going to go with true.
Final answer?
True.
So, congratulations. The founding members are frontman Yannick Barthfield, Josh Riley, and drummer Lawrence Yeager used to play in a metal band called Wings of Aggression and made the change over to Grassy after Yannick and Josh began to experiment with the genres ska and reggae. Congratulations, man.
Cool.
Leon, you got the scores there?
I got the scores, my friend. We're on it.
It was very easy. It's 0 for
We'll get it. All right. Let me, Marco, let me see if I can bless you with 20 points. Marco, which rock band led by Hanu de Jong brought post-hardcore and alternative metal to South African airwaves in the 2000s?
Was that not only Sunday morning? This band now then. It's just been the end of a day of a long, hard day.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of your tongue, and I can give you a hint for 10 points, but if you...
No, I know the band.
The Narrow, 20 points. Well done.
Nice.
Nothing like a hard quiz at the end of a long, hard day.
Trainees nice.
We
We
appreciate
keep
you
telling
being a
ourselves to
sport.
make these questions easier, but we never do.
Yeah.
All right, Gavin,
Okay.
another hard one for you.
Okay.
It's not that bad. Gavin, which South African rock band opened for international acts like Muse and Fall Out Boy? This band was the first African group to play the Vans Warped Tour.
That's why do I feel like it's you guys? Vans Warped Tour. Hold on. No. Wait. So what year was it?
Can give you a hit. It was in I don't know.
Is it a free hint? Is it a free hint?
It's not a free hint. It's going to cost you many, many points, my friend. 50% of all your points will go in my pocket.
So Vans, that's definitely a punk band, isn't it? Then that's my
It's,
input.
yeah. It was 2008, by the way. 2008.
2008.
In 2008, they became the first African band to play the Vans Warped Tour, performing in 21 cities across the US, Canada. Crowd excess of 14,000 per show.
Yeah, you want a clue? Was that a clue?
The clue sounds like a horrible thing that happens in traffic. Horrific.
Crash car burn.
Yes, sir. 10 points.
Ooh.
Well done,
Well
crash
done.
car burn.
Yeah.
My fun fact was more about the Warped Tour thing, so I'll just skip it.
Okay, Marco. This should be an easy one, I think. John Congos is a South African singer-songwriter and producer best known for his innovative contributions to rock music in the 1970s, with 2 of his songs reaching number 4 in the UK singles chart. He fathered 4 boys who eventually formed their own band. Name this band.
Condos.
Congratulations.
Well done.
So the Congos are made up out of 4 brothers, Johnny, Jesse, Dylan, and Daniel. The music blends rock with alternative kwaito, electronic, and tribal influences, creating a distinctive sound known for its rhythmic intensity and use of accordion. Well done, man. That was a good one.
They had one of the songs on on that it's Expendables.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think they US based now as well. Well, good for them. It's a good band. Make good tunes. And adding the accordion is like a nice touch of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Gavin.
Yes.
Which Afrikaans pop legend was born as Johan van Heerden? Johan being his second name, Johan van Heerden, and he has won more than 7 South African Music Awards. Name the artist.
That's Elvis Blue.
Final answer? 7 Samas.
Well, let's go with that.
Elvis Blue. Hey.
No.
I don't know why the audience is clapping. Unfortunately, yeah, they just eager. Okay, Marco, I'm gonna give the option to you. So his name, second name, Johan van Heerden.
I could be wrong on this one, but was it not Johan Kerkel?
Unfortunately, no.
Who was it?
Interesting fact, it's Kurt Darren, boys. Kurt Johan,
No.
captain himself.
You
Kurt
just
Johan
chatted.
van Heerden.
You've now just broken my heart. I thought Kurt was his name this whole time.
So no, Kurt is his real name. Yeah, so it's Kurt Johan van Heerden. So that's the thing. So in 2009, Kurt Darren set a new record at the festival. He was for Bokdrol Verspoeg, also Kudu Dung Spitting. And then another interesting fact, the world record for Kudu Dung Spitting is 15.56 meters, and it was set in 2006 by Sean van Rensburg of Adu. Well done, Sean. You can spit it all very far.
You can spit it away, Mama. Spit.
Let's get a Gomes for Bokdrolsburg, bro.
No.
Okay, Leon, you have one question, then I have one question. Is that... No, you have 2 now.
No, we have question 6, and then 2 more questions, and music question. Cool.
Roger.
All right, Marco, ready? Let's go. Marco, which band led by Albert Frost, blues, rock, and psychedelic elements, and has been active since the 90s? Which band led by Albert Frost has blues, rock, and psychedelic elements, and has been active since the 90s? Got a hint for you as well? It's not a good hint.
Weird, yeah. Led by Albert Frost.
Yeah,
Led
so
by
he
Albert
plays a lot.
Frost.
Yeah, he does a lot of different type of things. So
Led by Albert Frost. Give me a second. I know he's done a lot of stuff in Argo, but he also done some new leads.
One day game, man.
Imagine Albert Frost playing in the Arctic tundra. I have a clue.
I almost said Arctic monkeys, but I'm not for it. I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
do you have a clue?
Can I give me a clue? I pass.
The Arctic tundra, because it's very cold, and maybe it's a fruit that doesn't rhyme with anything.
Oh,
This is helping me nothing.
It's really hard to give more clues than that and not give it away.
yeah, that's
a
a tough one. Yeah, it's a tough one.
I give up. I give up, guys.
Gavin, any idea?
She's like, no, geez.
The band is called Frosted Orange.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
orange doesn't rhyme with anything, so I mean that was a pretty good clue. Right.
No, your clues were great, dude. For that name, the clues were actually good.
Yeah, I don't think he's played with that band particularly in a long time. I know he did Newborn with Undercastings, and most of his later stuff was solo with a variety of guys as well. So that's a tough one.
I was actually thinking of Newport, to be honest with you, but I wasn't sure. But,
Yeah.
Now you know.
I've got a fun fact about Frosted Orange, so we can all learn a lot more about this band. They formed in 1996. They officially played their first gig at a restaurant in Hout Bay in the 9th of October of that year. All they remember was that the gig was horrendous, but the pizza was good.
Okay.
All right, Gavin.
Okay.
Ready for me. Gavin, what Afrikaans punk band stirred controversy with their name and politically charged lyrics in the 2000s? Was it A, Straatligkinders, B, Van Coke Cartel, or C, Pop Politica?
Dit was zeer Popov.
Jy is reg. Zeer Popov.
Ja!
Their
Shame, Marco.
2003 debut EP. Oh, sorry.
Marco sucking at this.
Well,
No, you got the difficult ones. That was the easy one.
that was an easy one, Kevin.
I was gonna ask you that one. I thought you would be more like good with the other one, but then I just switched it around. I'll give you
The frosted orange one.
Yeah, the frosted orange.
To be fair, I wouldn't have gotten that one. I mean, we've been doing this for a while, and I wouldn't have gotten that one, Marco. So, so we have one question each, Leon, and then we have the music question.
Actually, two questions each on the music question. No, one question each on the music question. Correct. Sorry.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay, so I'll ask Marco, and then you're gonna ask Gavin one question. Both Valiant Swart, Marco, both Valiant Swart and Jack Parrow have their own brands of brandy. Valiant has Mystic Boer brandy. What does Jack Parrow call his brandy?
Oh, now he's got a vape.
Yeah, he's got the juice.
The juice vape, eh?
Yeah.
You know what?
I'll
I
give you.
actually think I do know this because they actually work with the same guys that do Dead Man's Fingers.
I have a clue for you.
Okay.
It's close to home. For him, it's close to home. If you think of his name. Parrow brandy. That's correct. Yes.
Nice.
So he also brought out a box of wine. Interesting enough, it has one compartment for red and one compartment for white wine, all in the same box, which I thought is quite an interesting concept as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he. If I'm not mistaken, we did some stuff with Dead Man's Fingers, and I think they also produce his brandy. If I'm not mistaken.
Interesting. So is Prime Circle gonna bring out a sparkling wine, maybe?
Maybe. We see what the future holds.
Yeah. Before that, I just need
the little bubbles of the prime circles, you know.
I like that.
Just bring out the vinyl before that, then it's fine. Okay, Leon, right. Gavin,
you ready for me?
Yeah.
Gavin, what 11-piece South African Afro pop band mixed a blend of Marabi, Kwela, and pop to make them one of South Africa's biggest crossover acts of the late 80s and early 90s?
I would say 80s. Listen, I'm going to go with Rudimentals.
Final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's not correct. Mango Groove.
I was going to say Mango Groove. I was going to say Mango Groove.
That was a good guess.
Literally, this one was laugh.
I was like, fuck, Rudiments was a good guess, but no. But listen, I just tell it the
I
points.
was going to go Mango Groove.
You guys are head to head right now. So the next question is going to be the tiebreaker, which is great. It's 60 points each right now. We've got one question each, and I hope it's not Mango Groove. Well,
Okay. So this is how it works. I'm going to play you a 10-second sound clip of a band. You need to give me the band and the song, and that is for 20 points. If you only get one of them, it's 10 points. And if you don't get it, I can still give it to your opponent. Okay. So I'll try and up the volume a bit so it's a little bit clear. Okay, Marco, you're up first. Are you ready?
Cool. Good girls. Bubblegum. Bubblegum up boots.
You know what? It does sound like it. So you got the band right. You got the
It's a little
song
bit,
wrong.
little bit. Is it little or something little?
Little, what an amazing song. But no,
Uh-oh, just a little bit of money.
a little bit of hurry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but it's not that one though. It's one of the very popular ones, but it's not bubblegum,
Okay.
it's not little.
go ahead and
Play
play
it
the
again.
rest. So,
Oh, a little bit of money. Oh, a little bit.
Not that one, huh? Is it?
Yeah,
I
that
can
song.
probably
that one.
I can probably give you a clue, but
Yeah.
there's no extra points, so I'm rather gonna give
Genie,
it over to
Genie.
Yeah.
I feel like play the song in my head.
Let your eyes roll around. Get that thing straightened out in your town.
Is that brilliant? It's a brilliant song. Well done. Yeah.
Man, well done. Yeah.
Okay, Gavin, are you ready?
Yes. Yeah. Oh man. Come on, Rex.
So they went to,
Oh,
they
they
went on a-
they're
they
back.
went on
They're
a
back now.
hiatus. Yes.
Yeah,
they're back now.
363.
Ha-ha. Well
They're
done.
back now. The boys are
They're
back and
back
they're doing
now.
great.
Yeah. Brilliant band. Brilliant band. You guys did great,
Well done.
man.
No, Phil, they did not do great. They got fucking tied, and now we're going to do a tiebreaker question.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Okay.
Phil, yeah.
Let me. Yeah, I got a question. Yeah.
But
I'll make it.
I got the name of the band and song on the previous one.
So
Yeah, but
that's
still
20.
tied.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
yeah.
Gavin
Gavin
didn't
only
get
got-
the song.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Marco,
Did you-
you,
you-
another Gomez for Marco.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Another
So-
gun is.
So, yeah. So, Gavin, do you know the song name though?
I don't, so it must go to Marco. See how he did that.
see
Yeah,
this?
Marco.
If he's running the Gomez Awards,
I'm sure we have a sound effects for this.
Yeah,
Is there
but now,
the port-
but now you put me on the spot. Oh yeah, okay, I got the song name. Marco, you took it with 10 points, but just for funsies, do
Just
you
for
know
fun.
the song name?
I don't actually.
Yeah, that song came out a long time ago, and I mean we haven't heard it for quite some time. So
Isn't it like Blessed Be or something like that?
that was also a brilliant song from them. It's not that one. It was called A Million Lights. A Million Lights.
okay.
Yeah. So I want to congratulate both of you guys. You did brilliantly. Marco, You had a rough start, but you came through right at the end and you redeemed yourself. Well done, man. Well done.
Thank you. Well done.
Again.
And just
Gavin, you don't doubt yourself. You good.
I will not, eh?
yeah, there was some bangers in there, but you guys did great. Marco, you had a long day, and I really, really appreciate spending time with us.
Thank you for having us, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't too much of a drag. Gavin, it was very nice meeting you. It's our first conversation.
Listen, thanks for having us.
See you guys again soon, hopefully.
Thank you for rocking out with us. Whether you aced it or just enjoy the ride, we hope you're inspired to crank up some SA rock classics. Got a favorite band or moment we didn't cover? Let us know. Maybe you'll stump us next time. Until then, keep the volume up and the spirit loud. Catch you on the flip side.